Hello, everybody. This is um, this is MoveEasy Yoga with Via and Kathy. It's February 9th, 2021. I'm bundled up because I'm in California getting my COVID shots. And for me, it's very cold here. And also, my Airbnb doesn't have very good heat. So here I am, bundled up. Um, We're going to start in the regular fashion, just lying on your back, checking in with your breath. I love my body loves me. I am a student of my body. This yoga practice is based on awareness, becoming a student of your body. Just watch your breath rise and fall. A couple more breaths. And then bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers. Now, if you're resting on a ball, I don't know whether that's going to be comfortable for you, Kathy and Peyton. I don't know whether that's doable, but hands behind you. You're not going to be moving here. You only move the eyeballs. So from here, don't move anything else but the eyeballs and shift your eyeballs to the right with your eyes open or closed. Waiting for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center. Shift your eyeballs to the left. And wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center and repeat 2 more times. Right, left, without my cueing. Just take your time. Remember, you can have your eyes open or closed. Finish up. Now we're going to do head ramping. Just pressing the back of your occipital ridge, the back of your skull, into your hands or your therapy balls. The skull slides away from your shoulders. The chin drops. Stay here for a couple breaths. And then repeat 4 or 5 times. You may yawn here too. It's another way to jumpstart the vagus nerve tone. Finish up. And then we're going to go into just the breathwork segment. Not that we're not breathing all the time in the class, actually with awareness, but now I'd like you to lie on your side. You can lie on your side with a brick or balls under your head if you want. Lie on your side and then open the top of your rib cage. So your top elbow is bent on your torso, just resting there. And then you're opening up because you're lying on your side, you can open up that whole side of the rib cage. And then extended exhale breath. So just making your breath longer on the exhale. See if you can fill the back of the lungs, the bottom of the lungs. Inhale, filling the lungs, and exhale, releasing the air. The lungs shrink, recoil. And then go ahead and flip to the other side and do some extended exhale breaths on the other side of the lungs. So these days, I like breathing on your side or on your belly, just so that you can get deeper into the lobes of the lungs. And come on back and find your way onto your back again for the classic hypopressive position. Just the knees are bent, the heels are on the floor. Toes are up, so you're dorsiflexing your feet. Bring your arms up over your chest as if you're hugging a tree. Flip your fingers and your palms. Press the palms towards the ceiling and the scapula into the floor. We're going to take 3 breaths and then hold the breath out. Hold the inhale out for 15. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out. I'll count to 15. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay as long as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Bring your arms down by your sides. Extend your legs. Cross your right ankle over your left. Bring your arms up again at your chest, and then stack the left hand over the right, and bring your arms overhead by your ears. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. No breath. Hold your breath. In breath out. No in breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Take an inhale and an exhale and bring your arms down and switch sides, switch ankles. Left ankle over right, bring your arms out in front of your chest, stack the right hand over the left, and then bring your arms back by your ears. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All the way out. No breath. Hold your breath out while I count to 15. 1, 2. The breath is out. The belly is actually contracted and creating a little dip, little concavity. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and inhale and exhale, just relax. And we're going to start floor seated today, after the introductory segment. Start floor seated. You're going to need a strap at some point. You're going to need a little piece of paper and therapy balls. Probably the plus size rather than the alpha. We're going to start with a side bend. So just sitting with your legs crossed, crisscross and take your right arm out along the mat. Left arm up and over. Let me find my timer. Make sure you keep your hips on the floor so the bending is at the thoracic spine, above the lumbar spine. If this you feel this in your lower back, you need to make an adjustment, come back a little bit out of it. Halfway through, which is right now, you're going to bring your elbow forward so you can stretch the latissimus dorsi. And stay here and breathe. Bring your elbow up and bring your torso up. Other side. Left arm slides along the mat. The right arm comes up and over. Breathing, bending, side bending at the thoracic spine. Mm-hmm. And now go ahead and bring your elbow forward so you can stretch latissimus dorsi. Feel this at the back of the armpit. And go ahead and come on up, bring your elbow up first and then bring your torso up. We're gonna move right to spine twist. So starting on the right, take your left hand and put it on your right knee. You can switch your legs, switch the cross of your legs. Left hand, right knee, bring your right arm behind you. Kathy, you're frozen. Am I frozen? No. I'm not frozen, good. Bring your arm, but my internet is unstable, it says. So, but Kathy knows this one. If I go away, I'll come back. Find your spinal twist first. Keep that, and then if you'd like to, you can add sliding the rib cage side to side. This is just a nice upper back release. Try not to use your shoulders. Don't shrug while you're doing it. And come on back, unravel and go to the other side, right hand on the left knee, the left hand behind you. Finding a spine twist, seated spine twist. And then when you find that, keep it and slide the rib cage from side to side without shrugging the shoulders. If that's too much, the slide, rib cage slide, just do the spine twist. Come on back, unwind all the way back. We're going to come into a stacked knee position for the first wrist exercise. We're going to focus on wrists and fingers today, hands and fingers. So stacking one knee over the other. Remember, you may want to sit on a brick to do this or a blanket. Bring your arms out in front of you, with the backs of the hands together, and then take your right hand up and over so that you're clasping your hands. Bring your fingers, your fists down towards your knee, then towards your belly, then up towards your chin. Big wrist twist. Try to stay tall. And if you can, drop your hands a little farther down or not. Sit tall. Feel your good posture here. Feel into your good posture. What feels like a stacked posture for you here? Come on back, unravel all of that and switch the stack of your knees, and we'll start on the other side. Bringing your arms out in front of you, backs of the hand together. Left hand comes up over and clasps the right hand. Drop your wrists down, in and up. This stacked knee position is really good for opening the hips, releasing sciatica, releasing piriformis syndrome, releasing SI joint. I'm back, and you can stop. You got a little extra time on that one. Come on out of that. And the next thing we're going to do is stay in your favorite, well, come back to a cross-legged position and grab your strap. This is the strap work. I said you would need a strap today. This is the strap work. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to show you, this is one of the things, my physical therapy for my shoulder. Hold on, I'm going to get my strap. What's your strap? Well, let's start with the right shoulder and the right hand. Put your strap just over the back, the left shoulder. And then bring your right arm behind you and grab onto the bottom of the strap. And then your left arm is up above and grab the strap at the top of your shoulder. So like this. So your left hand, your elbow will be up in the air, Kathy, I think, when you grab.
Okay.
Okay. So now all you do is move the top arm up toward the ceiling to lift the bottom arm. It's like a
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
it's
Here,
well,
let me
how
show
to
you.
say this. This is, you're literally, yeah, that's a good thing to do. So see, she's grabbing at the bottom, grabbing at the top, lifting the top, pulling the strap up toward the ceiling so that her bottom arm comes a little farther than it could otherwise go. And then just do that a couple of times, 4 or 5 times. Take it easy. You can hold at the top for about 5 seconds. If you want to increase your ability to move your arms, your bent arm behind your back, up your spine, which is actually quite yoga-ish. This is a great thing to do. And this also helps with posture. So Kathy's on in a kneeling position, a hero position, which is fine also for this. Up and down you go, just a couple times. It may be very small for you, but you should make an effort to pull the strap up.
I see where it works your shoulder. That's my bad shoulder. And
Oh yeah.
this would be good for me.
So this might be good for you.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and switch sides, everybody. So the strap goes on the other side. You hold on to, you bring your left arm behind you, grab the strap at the bottom, pull the strap with your right hand at the top, and see how you do here. It might be totally different on either side, on each side. This is something you could do, as I'm always saying, I suppose, while you're watching television. Oh, you're watching. You could do it with a towel too, but a strap is much easier. But one of the things I've lost with my fractured shoulder is my ability to bend my elbow, put it behind my back, and crawl up my spine with my arm. Okay, slowly stop that. And we're going to, let's see something. I'm going to go back to my script. Wrist and fingers. We're going to do some therapy ball work with the wrists and the forearm now as part of this class. So keep your therapy balls in a bag, and you could use either the small therapy balls or the large for this first one, which is Forearm Meltdown. From here, you're just going to place your arm in the groove between, right there, right where Kathy's, and roll from the wrist all the way up to the elbow. And you might find it better on a brick, or like Caitlin's got a very large brick, a skinny large brick. You might want to roll on that instead of being on the floor. You might want to use a larger ball. I'm gonna grab a larger ball. So just roll back and forth while I run get my balls.
On a regular brick, it's not quite long enough. You're not leaning over as much.
Back and forth, trying to release some of the tension we hold in the wrist and in the elbow and in the arm, in the forearm. This should feel really good. It's not a place that we often work on. You might want to move your arm, your wrist and your forearm up and down, around as you move up and down. So moving from the elbow so that you're getting the rotation. And just back and forth. If you find a spot that's especially achy, just stay there. So if you have you're holding tension at your elbow, for instance, just stay there for a minute and compress, and maybe small movements there. This is an exploration. Everything, we're always moving to both assess and move. My internet connection is unstable again. Wow, I'm going to have to talk to my landlady, see what she's up to, what's happening. This should feel really good. It's called Meltdown. And the other thing you can do is you can stop in the middle and rotate your wrist. So rotate your wrist circles. You can make a fist and then rotate one direction and then the other. Spend a little more time here at your favorite spot. This is called Forearm Meltdown. And then take one of your small balls out of your bag. We're going to do thumb split compression and contraction. So just take your thumb and make an L with your thumb and your forefinger, and then put the L on your ball. Well, there, and press. So this is compression. So just pressing into this area, which is Should feel really good and sorely needed. And then you can contract by just pressing your finger and your forefinger and your thumb into the ball. So contract over the ball, and then you can let go and press. I'm connected again.
Yeah,
I don't know what that all looks like to you. It just,
that's okay. I kind of kept it going.
you're good. Try my hotspot. I don't think I can do that, but I will. I'll see if I can try my hotspot. Personal hotspot. I'm trying to put my, go ahead and what's next? So I can't do my pass. I can't do my hotspot and tell you what's next.
I couldn't remember.
Next is thumb pad. So you're going to move to the thumb pad and compress there. But that's more, you can stay in one place, or you can move all around the base of the thumb, and then you can move into the palm. So compression and contraction at the thumb pad and then at the palm, and you're just squashing. And while you do that, I'm going to try to put my maybe here. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm not doing very well at that because I have to T O S. That might do it. Okay, I'm connected, but not very. I'm connected to my hotspot. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No. Oh, yes. Okay. But Kathy's frozen. So, well, this is just a high tech, bad tech day.
Yeah.
Switch to the other side, you guys. Switch to your other arm. Do the here's, I'm going to tell you what to do in case my connection goes away. First, you're going to do the forearm movement with the balls. And your arm is in the ridge of the middle of the balls. You can use big alphas or plus. That's what you're going to do first. I want you to stay there, but I'm going to tell you what you're going to do next, just in case you lose me. After this, which I think you remember how to do this from the other side. After this, then you're going to take one ball out of the bag and do the thumb, the inside of the thumb compression and contraction with the thumb and forefinger in an L. And then you're going to move the ball, the one ball, to your thumb pad and then your palm and do compression. You can just experiment with it. If you can't hear me, let me know. Someone let me know. Remember that before you go on to the thumb, go ahead and stop. Just leave your balls, your forearm in your balls, and do a big wrist circles. I think I'm going to try to go back to my regular. I don't really trust this hotspot. Let's see how it does. It's 5 bars. It should, I don't know why it's unstable. Okay.
Is the hotspot unstable?
Well, the hotspot has fewer bars. That's why so I feel like it's weak.
It might be weaker, but it could be stronger as far as the signal goes.
So I'm back at the regular one.
Okay.
Can you tell a difference between the hotspot and the other? No, maybe I should go to the hotspot. Okay, next. Before we go anywhere else, I want to do a wrist twist, my favorite wrist stretch, which starts with prayer pose, but then you're gonna reverse one side of your hand of your prayer pose. So start with the prayer pose. Start in a floor seated position. Take your right fingers forward and then down, and so now you're pressing, and then press your hands into each other, one hand into the other. You'll see this is a really nice stretch for both wrists. It's going to be a little different on the top than the bottom, and that's okay. But just pressing and sitting tall in all of these floor seated positions, you should also be aware of your posture. Just sitting here and breathing and enjoying the wrist stretch. And then come back to prayer pose and the other side, the left hand. Fingers go forward and then down. Now you have the nice wrist stretch on the other side. And just pressing. And pressing a little more and then releasing. And I have a special request for Caitlin. Would you be willing to lead the finger spreads? Is she there? She might be wandering around the house. Whoops. Caitlin, are you there? She's not there. Okay, I'll lead the finger spreads. So the finger, you're gonna need a little piece of paper nearby, any piece of paper. Small is fine though. You don't need a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet. Starting on the right with the right hand, we're going to do resistance right and left. Spread the finger. Spread. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 spreads. So the first is the little finger and the finger next to it, the ring finger. You're going to spread it wide and add resistance with the other hand. So you're going to spread wide and resist by pushing together, but not going very far. I hope you guys are doing these actually in your everyday life. Well, all of this, I hope you do in your everyday life. And then go to the next pair, which is the ring finger and the middle finger. Spread it, keep it as spread as you can while you're pressing it in. It's a resistance. We'll have to ask Caitlin what she was doing while we were spreading our fingers. I would count to 10. Next spread, ring finger, forefinger. Keep the finger spread, but create resistance with the other hand.
Middle finger, forefinger.
Middle finger, forefinger. What did I say?
You said ring finger. I'm like, how are we going to do that?
No, impossible. I would never ask you to do the impossible. Oh, well, yes, maybe I would. Caitlin is explaining to me why she disappeared. Caitlin, I was asking you to lead the finger spread. If you want to, you can lead it on the other side. Let me know. I think she's back. When you're muted, I don't know exactly. Next pair, finger.
Finger and forefinger.
Finger and forefinger, good. So Caitlin says she can't do it because of her dogs.
I can do it.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's finish this one and Kathy can do the other. And you can shake your fingers out before you go to the other side.
Yeah.
We're going to do the spread now, and we'll come back to the right hand in a minute.
Yeah, compare this hand with this hand though. I mean,
I know you can feel the difference.
Feel the difference.
Your fingers long for this kind of attention, I think.
Okay.
Kathy,
so, do you want me to go ahead?
Sure.
Okay. On your left one, we're going to do the ring finger and the pinky finger. And I'm trying to hold it in front of my shirt so you can see what I'm doing. So spread them and then try to, with the other hand, try to pull them together. Maybe about 10 efforts, 10 times. That's about 10 seconds. It's different on this hand than it is on the other. Now ring finger and middle finger. These two. My left hand is a lot weaker than my right. My right will always win. And now forefinger and middle finger, or pointer finger, which this one is. I think our pointer fingers are the strongest fingers. Sometimes. And now pointer finger and thumb, and that's where we have our grip, really. Okay, and
Shake it out. Shake it out. Now, and Kathy, you can lead the other one, starting on the right. This time you're keeping your fingers together.
yes.
And holding onto them and pressing out. So go ahead.
And trying to press out, starting with, again, the pinky and the ring finger. They're together, and you're trying to pull them apart, but you hold them with your other hand. It's a different kind of a stretch. And now middle finger and ring finger. I do this when I'm watching TV. If I'm not knitting or reading or on my iPad. And then forefinger and middle finger. Probably one of the strongest fingers. And now thumb and the forefinger. Trying to get them together. I can feel it all the way up to my elbow. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to go with the other hand, starting with the pinky and the ring finger together. I have to hold it. Okay. Swap. And then the ring finger and the middle finger. Again, my right hand is stronger than my left. And now the middle finger and the forefinger or pointer finger. A little bit more resistance there. And the thumb and the forefinger. Okay. Whoa.
Good.
Ah.
The last one is the paper pull.
Oh, that's right. Paper. Okay. So we're going to put this between our fingers and try to pull the paper away. And we're going to start again with the ring finger and the pinky finger. Put the paper in between and try to pull it away. And don't pull it away, but just try to. And hold it with your fingers. You can see what I'm doing. Try to pull it away. It's again a different kind of stretch. And now we're going to do the ring finger and the middle finger. Try to pull it. You could easily pull it out, but you don't want to because you want that resistance. And now the two piece, the forefinger and the middle finger. You can also do this if you're riding in a car. Finger in the thumb, and that's where we have our grip. Okay. Now the other hand. Excuse me, starting again with the pinky and the ring finger. And now my left hand is so weak. It's amazing. I need to do this more. And then ring finger and middle finger. I can't help but put my pinky in there. And the forefinger and the middle finger. Stronger. And now the thumb and the forefinger. It's probably our strongest grip. Okay.
Good. Thank you very much. That allowed me to de-stress from the high-tech hoop-de-doo
Stuff is aggravating.
Come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to do another wrist, starting quadruped with your fingers spread and facing forward. and rock your hips back a little. And press your palms into the floor, and you can lift your fingers off the floor for 10. So
Are we going backwards?
no, we're not going backwards yet. Lift your fingers off the floor.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And drop your hips back. See if you can get, you're actually stretching both the wrists. You can do both. You can switch between the two. Fingers up, fingers on the floor. And then rock back and forth. Working on hips and fingers, actually. Go forward and back. And then you can experiment with bending your elbows and straightening them. And now we'll do backwards. So take your right hand back, both hands back if you'd like. Both hands facing, fingers facing the knees. Start with your palms lifted so the fingers are in like spider fingers. And go back and forth. You should feel the wrists, you should feel the fingers. When you're in spiders, you're going to feel fingers more. When you're in with your palm, you're going to drop your palms in a minute. You'll feel the wrist more. So just drop. Once again, you can drop your hips back. Just experiment. If you have a cranky wrist, you're just going to have to listen to it and do what you can. So that's the end of the wrist stretches. We're going to go down and do a back extension. So just find your way onto your belly. We're going to go straight up into airplane. So we're going to do just the chest lift, but then right into airplane, because I want to be sure we can do the thoracic stretch too. Bring your arms beside your hips, palms up. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift your chest and your head and your arms. Take an inhale to prepare for airplane, and then exhale, the arms come out to the side. Stay here as long as you can while I'm counting. And if you want to, you can lift up just a little higher. Take an inhale to prepare to come down and an exhale to return. Stay on your belly, bring your arms out into airplane along the floor. Keep your chest, your armpits, your arms on the floor. Look to the right. Lift your right leg up and over the opposite leg. And we'll be here for a few minutes, for a few seconds. Opening the hips, releasing the upper back, all in the same pose. I like this pose. I think it does a lot. Come on back. Switch sides, look left. Look left, bring your left leg up and across. Keep your arms, armpits, shoulders on the floor. And do anything you want with your hips and your legs. Come on back, find your way onto your back for Yoga Nidra. Hold on, I'm going to get the script. Make yourself comfortable and warm. And then start to bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in and out and observing your belly as it rises and falls. And now bring your attention and your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. We've concluded the 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and extend your legs. Bring your entire body back to the room. Bring your arms overhead. Try to stretch your arms in one direction, your legs in another, creating some space between your pelvis and your rib cage, additional space. Rotate your ankles and your wrists in one direction and then in the other. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Hug your right knee to your chest and then your left. Hug both knees to your chest and rock your knees from side to side. Noticing what happens to your lower back when you do that. And then roll all the way over to the side into a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Use your right hand, press your hand into the floor, bring yourself up to seated without rounding your back. I'm going to remove the spotlight. I'm going to ask everybody to unmute themselves. And I am going to change my view to gallery so we can close the class with namaste. Just bringing your hands into prayer pose, pressing your hands together. Strongly. Feel your upper back working. Stay in good posture. Relax your prayer pose. Lift your skull away from your shoulders so you can roll the skull over the top of the cervical spine, C1. Rolling, nodding forward, bowing to each other. Acknowledging, noticing, acknowledging, and honoring the light in each of us. And knowing that we are all one light. And we'll close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kathy, for helping me out. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. I'm going to
I
come.
actually had a few interruptions myself. I don't know if you noticed, I disappeared a couple times.
I saw
Thanks,
that. Yeah, I saw that. So let me shut this off.